Good. You can't see my info. Interesting. Let me go back to my channel. This channel. It's kind of crazy. If we really did disconnect, then it is time to just say goodbye. But I don't think, again, we haven't disconnected. We haven't disconnected, bro. Oh wait, we have. Such a shame. Hmm. Don't really want to use that. Anyways, peeps. Peace. Let me go on videos. Oh jeez. This is actually really fun, man. It's really fun. Oh god. I mean, to this day, I don't really know whether the VOD's been split up. From the looks of it, apparently it has. Apparently, the VOD's been split up. From the looks of it, apparently it has. Apparently, the VOD's been split up. From the looks of it, apparently it has. Oh god, it has. I was joking. It's cool. It's cool. Oh god. Jesus, look at me, bro. It's looking. This setup's looking nice, by the way. By the way, if you guys want to sub to my socials, YouTube, Twitter, Instagrams, all there. Discord, join my Discord. Say hi, say hello. You can always find it on my channel. You can always find it on Twitch. You can always find it on YouTube videos under the description. All my links are always going to be there. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get through to me. If you really want me, you can have me, baby. Come on. And another thing is, I'm obsessed with MayaHiga. I don't know why. I can't stop it. I've been staring at his streams. I've been watching his streams. I've been like, what the fuck? Why is it taking so long for you to come back? You could have just come back earlier. You should have explained yourself, stood your ground, and just said, hey, I wish I could have done more. That's all you can really do. I was wrong. I put my hands up. You didn't have to do this whole fucking self-cancellation thing. That just makes you even more guilty. You don't have to be completely honest. As in, you may have failed safeguarding procedures. It's true. Maybe you were not trained on it. Maybe there were other reasons involved that weren't, malicious. They weren't for ill intent or anything like that. They were just like, oh, I didn't know what to do. I loved you. I think a lot of people do, and a lot of people ain't that lucky to have that many people love them, even though they don't even know them. So how's that real love? I don't know. Maybe we call that infatuation. Maybe we call that lust. But damn, that feeling could turn into love if you get to, if you, depending on the circumstances, you never know. Anyways, man, like I said, it's the last time that I'm gonna be doing the. Oh, okay, Moises. Okay, Moises B. Cool. You should think about sniping cute item. Cool. Wait, hold on. Where the hell was Comic Con 2022? Fuck off. I don't want you to know my location. LA. It was in LA. It was in LA. And VG. Yeah, this guy needs to take my advice. He banned me from his chat. This bastard, he banned me from his chat, man. And I didn't even know why, man. I didn't get no explanation, man. Tell me, why did you... But then he unbanned me, thank fuck. You know, I was begging, I was pleading. If he banned me from the Discord, I would never have been able to get unbanned on the Twitch chat. And why? Probably because I was on Zerka's ex's stream. As in, I was on the chat there. Somehow one thing led to another and I became a sub and I started simping as a fanboy of her and just to like, and then I think I don't know, there was a few jokes that we were making and stuff. Hey, guess who's messaging back? It's Moises. It's Moises. They just went Comic Con today. Ah, I forgot to mention that because I was watching their stream. I was watching Dunkel's stream, bro. They went over to Comic Con, man. They were Dunkel's dressed as Ryu, Hadouken, and I didn't even know what the hell Latino was dressed as. But I don't really know. Oh shit. Okay, we got a reply. I know them, and sniping is corny, lol. Yes. You could have gone Miho dressed as Goku. What's dressed as Ryu. I know them and sniping is corny. You're corny. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's corny. Sniping is cool. Jesus, how is this guy out of the loop? Damn, son, we should have been telling you this a lot earlier. I hope he doesn't get a clue and go click on my profile, because if you do, it's game over. It's game over. I'll go as Super Saiyan 3. Okay. That's gonna be a shitload of hair dye that he's gonna have to go through. Someone's bound to a GIF now. Someone's gonna make a GIF. But it was today, man. He should have just gone. Wish we could have given you a heads up in case you decided you wanted to give it a go. We'll keep an eye out for events in December in case you want to make an appearance if you stream those days. Of course, it's there's like this streamy awards you wanted to attend. So that means it is the 4th, right? Goes on another day. Me. hope this helps him, man. I hope he actually decides, okay, you want to do something fun whilst with VG. Actually, really wholesome. He's gonna like me saying stuff like that. It could actually be really wholesome, you know? I'm not gonna fucking lie, I'm not gonna front. There's one more day of it. You could do it today. You know? And if he does want to dress up, but wait, hold on, let me check if they can even get tickets. Wait, no, I'm already on the site. Oh, shit, yeah, they can still get tickets today. Oh, shit, okay. How much is it? Saturday pass, Sunday pass, isn't it? Is there any discounts? Okay. Sunday pass is, and tickets are still for sale. Oh, wait. They should have gone. I'm saying I'm actually trying to help the dude, man. Good ideas. He's like, oh, sniping is corny. It's never corny. I love running into people I know. Oh, I know them, but do you know them that well? Are you friendly with them? Are you that friendly with them? Are you like this? Are you tight? Can you crack certain kinds of jokes with each other? If you can't, go meet them, have a little bit of fun, let loose, and then obviously collab again at another point. That's interesting, man. That is interesting. If you stream on those days that stream what you wanted to attend conference for another day starting on 2nd December. You could actually be really wholesome. Because I know that VG dude was actually going to be attending. So, like, he's going to be on stream with, you know, the man himself. So, if they don't have much of a plan, they could actually just pop by for a bit to the, you know, Comic Con. Tickets a little bit pricey, but it's less expensive than it was on Saturday. So you'd see, you know, because Saturday's gone, you know, he'd have to pay less anyway. But at least it's fun, and it might be quite packed out. Not enticing. I thought this guy was a weeb. This guy has so much shit, man. I swear to God. Everyone's. They're mostly dripped up as anime characters, let's be honest. After I watched it, I was like, damn, they all look like, you know, I'm telling you, that's what the most popular part of Comic Con and stuff like that isn't like the conventional Superman, Batman. It's all of the anime stuff. It's all to do with animes. It's the weebs, man. It's weeb central. Seems fun, but not that enticing, to be honest, bro. Like, I'm just trying to give you some ideas, man. If you wanna bite the fishing line and be like, you know what? Hook me in. Let's see what happens, and imagine some cool, fun things happen, bro. Then you'll be able to thank. Don't even thank me later. Just don't thank me for pointing you to the right direction. But it is up to you what you decide to do from there. If he decides to take that advantage of that opportunity and has a fucking blast and absolute nothing but absolutely amazing for him, bro. Good on him. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm really trying to say, man. And I thought this guy was a fucking hardcore weeb. I thought he was a hardcore weeb man. I thought he was into this shit like bad, like. But he only really likes Dragon Ball Z. Not really much anything else, to be honest. Like in that space, I don't like a lot of the newer stuff, to be honest. I don't. Oh man, God. Anyways, let's go back to my own server. It's quite lonely in here. It is really lonely. I'm tired of being lonely. So baby girl, put it on me. Hey, hey. Where would I be without you? I only think about you. You know I'm tired of being lonely. So baby girl, put it on me. Hey, hey. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I was gonna put my most recent post on actually. Where would I be without you? I only think about you. You know I'm tired of being lonely. So baby girl, put it on me. Yeah. If I was to click on this, what comes up? You can't be fucking serious. Apparently, someone's just tried to hack into my account again. I don't believe that bullshit. I don't believe that bullshit. How many times do I have to fucking... I knew it. Someone who must be fucking watching me makes the attempts around these same times. You're busted, whoever the fuck you are. I'm gonna fucking find you, man. I'm gonna deal with you. You're not gonna be bothering me anymore, Mr. or Mrs. Whoever the hell you are. Guys, I'm gonna have to do this off stream. Man, they're taking a piss. It really is taking a piss. I can't think of another. I can't keep thinking of a new password every fucking day. Whoever's trying to fish my account, I'm fucking taking you motherfuckers down, bro. I'm taking you. No, no. Oh, thank God. I thought. Imagine that they actually tried to do a phishing shit. Like, be careful, man. Some motherfuckers are literally on the prowl, waiting. I'll do it the same as a certain password that I use. It makes a lot more sense if I use this password. I probably used it before. Update. Okay, people, we're back. Who the hell is this? Someone liked it. Not really much of a picture. Stock photo, bro. But it's my Insta. You see me in action. I always pop. You usually pop updates and stuff like that. Love this shit. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Soon you're gonna get a YouTube notification as well. If you wanna join, come by and say hello, hello. I wonder what the others are gonna be saying about what I just wrote. Okay, so nobody actually gives a damn. Not that enticing, to be honest. This guy's chatting shit, bro. Why is he not enticed? There's so many it's basically TwitchCon, but like comic book characters. You know, and it was fun. It looked lit. A lot of people were doing a lot of shit, man. I was watching Uncle stream him and Latina. It was even more busy than TwitchCon was. You know what I'm saying? Shit. How is it not enticing? A walkathon where you're just walking up and down. Bro, that's not enticing. That's painful. You're doing hard things for the money because, you know, people... Imagine torturing yourself for money when you can actually do something fun like that without torturing yourself. Imagine how many views he got when he was doing TwitchCon and stuff like that. Maybe he's like, oh, you know what, it's a little bit too steep. It's not worth the money, etc. I disagree with that. Like I said, you probably make at least 3 times back from, you know, from that. Anyways, well done. This stream's been running quite smoothly, I'm not gonna lie. So we've got two streams basically, the one that we're running now and the one that broke up at 1 hour 18 plus. 18, sorry. So here's what I can do. I can schedule. This is the guy I wanted to watch, man.
Armada 1, we've had an adventure.
This guy.
We had an adventure, I'll tell you that.
He's a real good dude. Oh god. People.
Is she hiding?
Who's he looking for? Who the hell is this? Japanese man.
I'm like Tanuki. Garan.
Alright, okay, guys. So that was Japandi Jones. He does some cool stuff. You should check this motherfucker out. Just exploring, you know, places. He does a lot of cool things. Spends a lot of time in Japan, you know. If there's anyone that Moises can learn from, or whoever is going to Japan, is that guy. Because he does some real good content there. He goes to bars, places, pubs, he does collaborations there as well. That's what fucking stupid. No offense to him, right? No offense to him, but I just find it stupid for him to say sniping is corny. Sniping for the sake of sniping is, you know, in a sense corny. But if they're doing something and they could do with a bit of company, oh, you're going to this event too? Oh, great. Why not meet up? You can go, for example, to Comic-Con and you can snipe them and say, hey, you know, if they are going for another day, that is. And you can do some collaborations. You can change stream titles. That's how networking works. This guy just wants to do it the wrong way. He wants to get involved. He wants to get involved with the likes of motherfucking Circuit, Mr. Ice Poseidon. He wants to be the one who's caught in between the both of them. Circuit's like, they were dissing me. My ex-girl was dissing me. They want to beef me, they were chatting shit to him, you know. Oh god, oh my lord. And he has to get in the middle of that. Look at how he's having to fucking explain, and he was trying to defend these people. Why waste time defending these motherfuckers, knowing damn well if it was you in that same situation, they would never have defended you. Obviously you wouldn't do that shit to begin with. You wouldn't be talking shit. But I mean, if you were in Nick's position, because he wasn't really talking crap, he was just joking around and stuff. But he wasn't really that serious, and he even said it on the chat, oh, I was just trolling, you know, no hard feelings, I don't, you know, dislike you or anything like that. But that pussy, Anthony, and I call him that because Ice is cool, Nick was cool, but that guy was just chatting shit, bro. He was talking a lot of fucking crap. Clout chasing. Typical clout chaser. He went into business for himself, bro. I hate those kind of motherfuckers that when it goes into business for themselves, tries to stir up shit when they really shouldn't. And they make the situation difficult for other people. You don't even know the guy like that, does he? So now Zerka is being pissed, he's being wound up, all because of some motherfucker who doesn't even know. Some motherfuckers that don't even know, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't even know, like, who hasn't really spoken to him like that. So it's kind of stupid. It's kind of unfair, man. I just thought that was just bullshit. All of this drama crap. I mean, it's not for the right reason. The guy thinks he sounded so cool. Oh yeah, I told him let's meet up, let's fight. Wait till this motherfucker actually does roll up and then bumps into you. No, they're fucking lucky that Zerka's a nice guy. He's a nice dude. He's a nice person, bro. He's not even gonna be like, oh yeah, oh I'm gonna knock you out straight upon seeing you. No, he's gonna be like, let's have a boxing match. It doesn't even have to be official. I'll bring the gloves. I'll throw them to you. We'll get some people watching. We'll do like a little unofficial tournament, and we can draw the line somewhere. Like, or ideally they can do. You know, I'm sure he's down to do an official match anyway. But it's not going to be like on no run up. Oh yeah, I'm gonna beat you up straight up. He wants to have a boxing contest. He wants like a test of strength, man to man, fair rules. Nobody ends up dying or getting seriously injured. Hopefully, you know that kind of stuff. Nobody should end up dead, to be honest. But the seriously injured, you never know. One little like knock could actually cause a fracture. So be careful. Like so, that's why you can't really guarantee that there's no serious injury, even in like boxing contests, like official ones. If it was anybody else though, they would have smoked him. I'm telling you, man, in the real world, when there's people who ain't as fucking, who ain't gonna stand for shit, like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, if it was me, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Circumstances are different because I'm not resident there. Do you think I'll end up fucking risking not being able to go over there, for example? In my particular specific circumstance, if I was to go over there, chill for a bit and stuff like that, US blah blah, you know, make a trip there and stuff like that, and get involved in that kind of stuff, and then end up running up to them, and then bang, both of us end up getting fucking taken in for, you know, suspected assault, shit like that. Yeah, that's gonna make things worse for me, but then that can't be a justification for me not to stand up for myself when shit actually does go south. You just have to make sure that if you do end up getting arrested, if I do end up getting arrested involved in a lot of that shit, that I had evidence and grounds for self-defense. Simple. So that somehow, some way, shape or form, I don't end up getting charged in the end. You know what I'm saying? But it can be serious. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're not cool with certain people and you're like, who the but if you know what they're trying to do, I guess you don't feed into it. Don't be stupid and be like, oh, you make me mad, something like that. Because that's just playing into their hands, bro. I guess the only reason why you even want to, you know, confront someone and be like, oh, that is a reminder to them. If you say certain things, that if you do certain things, there's going to be consequences to that shit. And once you get dealt with, you're less likely to want to commit that same dumb shit again. You're less likely to spout off the mouth if someone literally gave you a warning and you adhere to it. You know what I'm saying? Or if something happens, you get checked over it. If you get checked over something and you end up backing down, then you're less likely to do the same shit again. It's just typical. Sometimes people don't speak the language of words, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can keep trying to talk to them, try to get through to them, and they'll always consider it as an empty threat. They think you're bluffing until you actually, you know, make it real. And I hate to bring it to that side of things, but you know, life is serious. Sometimes serious shit goes down, you know. Things take a very dark turn at times. Human nature, you can end up becoming, it's the whole thing. It's like, oh, once the police are involved, why do you think they're involved? Someone's safety is in danger, apparently. I've been on the other end where people were concerned that I was in danger and other people's safety, which is fucking bullshit. A lot of situations where that wasn't really the case. It's just motherfuckers are too quick to pick up the phone and call the police and shit like that. Over just, you know, minor stuff. Minor arguments. A lot of people tend to do that. They tend to treat the police as their personal security service. Which is fucking bullshit. But it works. All it has to be, and you know, I don't give a fuck what anybody says it, because the situation did happen to me before. All it takes is, in my situation, I got completely stung by a white female complainant, right? A white female complainant who called the police after trying to push me. When I got into an argument with her friend, her male friend, I was like, dude, you know, you don't need to be staring me up and down and stuff like that. You can mind your business. It was, you know, sort of on a night out. It's like, you can mind your own business. You don't have to stare at me, you know. I'm not trying to stare at you. I'm trying to look at this direction. I'm trying to look. And I was just trying to say it because he was literally kind of keeping an eye on me as if I was an alien. I just went over to have a gentle word. Like, look, mate, please. It's creeping me out. It's making me feel weirded out. I don't like it. You shouldn't really be looking at people like that. That can be deemed as an insult. That can be offensive. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I react crazy. I have a quick word with you. I'd be like, look, man, I'm not really comfortable with that. You know, on a reasonable level. You know? And he was like, what was I doing? I wasn't looking at you, something like that. And he was, so what? So am I not allowed to look? Am I not allowed to look? And that's when I realized the motherfucker was being stupid. Instead of being polite and be like, oh, you know what? If you thought I was doing that, that's not what I was doing. I was just looking at that. If you came up to me saying something, I don't want to give a fuck. I'd be like, oh, okay, just do your thing. Oh, I didn't know. I said, so what? I can't look at you. So you know what I'm saying? Everyone can look at each other. It's a free country. I'm like, well, shut the fuck up, bro. People were gonna look at each other, of course, but to stare down hard, and then when after I tried to have a word with him, ended up staring even harder at me, and look at me, and it looked like he was talking about me to the other motherfuckers. I knew these people were fucking idiots. So then I had to go back. I was still there. I was, obviously, I was doing a few things, downloading an app. I was waiting on a phone call, um, finishing my drink up, and also having a cigarette as well in my spot. So that I can, get myself ready for the next part of the night. And this time it became a lot more uncomfortable. Look, as I said, this was doubling down. Probably was really pissed off with, or pissed some way, passive aggressive pissed with the way that I addressed him. Even though a lot of people would call me a Karen and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, excuse me. I was being quite nice about it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't be like, oh, you shouldn't be. Oh, telling you off. I'm just like, look, that just makes me uncomfortable. But then I realized, and he was looking at me something like that with like a screw face, like looking at me like disapproving, shaking his head and stuff. I go like, oh, what's your deal? What's your deal? I already told you once before. Man. Leave me the hell alone. Stop trying to look at me. He's like, look, man. He's like, here you come again complaining. And I say, what do you mean come again complaining? I'm just being honest with you. You're looking at me even harder this time. Like, if you have a problem, you can say it to my face. And then what happens? His friend on the side, his female friend, starts getting worked up, starts getting angry. Why? Just for me saying that politely. I was like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the last straw. And I see her being pissed. It's like, oh, you should leave us alone. It's like, I say, I'm just trying to tell you to leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And look, I was like, look, on the real, let me be honest with you. You don't know who the fuck you're dealing with out on these streets. You don't know. And I mean that for anyone. Any person of any kind. Don't assume shit about anybody. Right? You don't know who you're dealing with. Imagine it was me and I was pissed off and stuff like that, and I was like, look, if you do it one more time, we'll come into blows or some shit like that. I'm not saying I'm that kind of guy, but what if it came down to it? Or even worse, what if I'm a guy who had a weapon on me? And I'm not saying I do. I'm saying you have to be careful who you approach. Okay, so that's exactly what I said. I'm saying no, I don't. But if you do that to other people, they might be pissed. They might end up retaliating against you. They might end up using something, You don't know who you're dealing with. So, better safe than sorry. I'm trying to teach you a life lesson. Be polite, stop staring at me. I don't give a damn where else you fucking look. But you're telling me that you have the right to stare at me. It's like, what are you going to do if I keep staring at you? You can't realistically do anything. You can't expect me not to. I was like, listen, I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you. I'm not moving from this place, and if you're not moving and you're going to carry on doing this stuff, then we're going to have some problems. That's when I started being a little bit firm, and then bang, out of nowhere, this bitch comes. This fucking bitch. Oh, God. I swear to God. She comes like, why don't you leave us alone? She started screaming out of nowhere, and then even the guy stood back, and then she started pushing me. So it's like, leave us alone. It's like, can't you see that you're annoying us? It's like, you don't care what you're saying. She was clearly drunk. And then because I'm like, okay, cool, I don't want any physical contact with this female, I walked back, and she kept going towards me, and trying to push me, and then my back was pushed against a wall. When my back was pushed against a wall, and she kept charging, and none of her friends, none of those guys, the ones that I was talking to, were restraining her. None of them were doing that. Right? Here's what happens. I had to do it. I had to push back slightly in a soft way. Literally, what I'm going to show you now is the exact same pace that I did it in the scene. Literally like that. Just a little push. Just like that. Just a little get your hands off me. You pushed me to the back of the wall. I was walking back and you kept charging towards me. Now you got me cornered. and I'm just doing that because you're assaulting me. You're fucking committing physical assault right now. You're committing assault right now by you pushing me back and stuff. So I push your hands back, ladies, and what happens? What the fuck happens? Oh, oh, he punched me. He punched me. And I swear to God, when she said that, and in the way that she was doing that, I put my hand in my heart, my hands on my face, and I was like, no, fuck no, this is not gonna happen. This isn't happening. This is my worst nightmare is actually gonna fucking happen. My worst nightmare is going to happen. The thing that I was scared of more than anything. More than anything, my worst nightmare is going to happen. My worst nightmare is going to happen. This woman, right, accused me of punching her. When she was the one who charged at me, she pushed me. I was walking back the whole way through trying to avoid contact. By the time I reached the back of my back reached the wall and I couldn't go back any further, I couldn't get away. That's the only time I had any like proper physical contact in order to slowly get her hands away. It's like, look, please leave me alone. I'm not trying to hurt. I'm not trying to do anything to you. Or like, you're not really involved. My argument wasn't with you. It was between me and him, the man, the dude. No offense. I wouldn't go around picking on girls in general. I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking and addressing someone who is roughly my same size. Fucking hell. I didn't want any trouble whatsoever, but she was like, but you punched me, and she started crying, ooh, and I didn't. I could swear to God, and this is why I kept saying, if there was anyone videotaping, anyone taking a video, and I wish I was myself, anyone was taking a video of the interaction, they'd be like, yo, no, she must be lying, bro. She must be lying, because that was soft as hell. She didn't have any physical injuries, like, there was no visible injuries. No cuts, no bruises, nothing, because it wasn't any kind of impact. You'd get more hurt. Like trying to squeeze through like doors, train doors and shit like that. You'd probably get a hell of a lot more hurt. A lot of people do that and stuff like that. And then when she was like, oh, he hurt me, all of her friends, including the guy, were like, you punched a woman, you punched a girl, you don't go around punching girls. And I was like, I didn't punch her, she was trying to attack me. I told her to stay out of it. Out of nowhere, we were just talking, we were arguing, out of nowhere she came and she charged at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you don't punch a woman, And I was like, look, I'm sorry about what happened, but if I didn't like accidentally just try what she would have actually hit me or something. She pushed me to the back of the corner and she was trying to grab me up like that by my chest, and I really didn't know what else to do. You weren't getting her off. You weren't intervening. You didn't care. You didn't care what happened to her, because if you did, you would have restrained her and you would have kept her away from me. Simple. But none of you did it. You were scared of. You guys hesitated with her as well because you knew she was a bit of a wild cannon. Next thing you know, you're sympathizing with her, saying, "Oh, why are you punching girl?" When clearly, you may have been quite a bit of a distance, so you may not have been able to completely tell because you're under the influence as well. That these people were drunk too. It was me. I was just sticking straight to my stuff. But hey. Then they will start saying, and that female friend had another female friend who was blonde as part of their group. That guy had one other guy, I hate to say this and I hate to mention it, but all of them were white, by the way. No offense. As I said, I tried to speak to him in a respectful way to begin with, and the second time he was trying to act all cocky and a bit more, but he wouldn't even get involved. He wouldn't even stand in between. He just sat back when it came to when she actually lost the plot and decided to charge at me for no reason whatsoever, because she didn't like the way I might have been speaking to him, even though it wasn't really threatening or anything like that. Her friend goes, that's it, he punched her in the face, he assaulted, I'm calling the police. And I swear to God, my heart sank. I'm like, I can't believe they're going to do this. I can't believe they're gonna do this. This isn't even my fault. So I want to address something. They decided to set me up with the police she committed assault, but they're gonna accuse me of being the one committing assault. It's crazy, isn't it? Until shit gets even fucking worse. Then I hear her friend on the phone loudly, and they're comforting her. They're like, you shouldn't have punched her. Can't explain to you. You saw her push me. You saw her. The other people, they saw her. They all saw her. But they're looking at me like, yeah, well, with the look on their face that says, who the fuck is gonna believe you? And I knew that I was fucked. You don't need any evidence. It doesn't take much to get a black man arrested, bro. It really doesn't. That's one thing that I need to tell you, motherfuckers. This shit is real. I've been falsely accused, and I've been racially profiled. It's the reality, and it's something you have to deal with. I pray it doesn't happen again. I try to be extra careful. I have to be extra careful than other people. That's just the expectation. I have to do more to stay out of trouble. I have to be extra careful. And even then, it's still not enough. Even then, I can't stop myself from getting profiled. You know, it's not possible. Doesn't matter how smart I dress, how politely I walk, you know, how normal the things that I'm doing, going to the shop, walking normally, on my phone and stuff like that, keeping a move on, not looking around, not looking suspicious, to the best of my ability, and I still can't fucking avoid it. That's the reality we live with, until certain people actually really address that reality. People are acting like, oh, there's no issue, we've never had any issue, it's all in your head, I think, like, no, there's always been a racist history, you know, there's always been a history of shit like this going down, and worse over the years before, and this shit's still happening to this day. You walk through my shoes and you go through these experiences, I wonder how many of these people are going to turn around and be like, damn, I'm starting to understand what you mean. Because even I didn't know when I was much younger. But when that first happened to me, second time, third, that's why I was like, oh shit, okay. Oh motherfucking days. Imagine I didn't know. If I knew this back then, I would have completely acted differently. As in, I would have thought differently. I would have been scared. I would have been nervous all of the time. I would have been focusing on that 24/7 because of the way it affected me. If I was that oblivious and I thought, oh, you know, everything should be plain sailing, I shouldn't ever expect to be treated that way. God forbid, man. Anyways, let's fast forward. The worst thing was, she not only called the police and say, hey, he assaulted my friend, he punched her in the face. Let's backtrack earlier. When I said the second time, when I went up for the second time and said, hey, you don't know who you're dealing with, someone might be pissed, someone might actually, you know, start a fight with you, someone might have a weapon, you don't know who you're encountering, so don't be talking like that to strangers saying, oh, I can say you, what are you gonna do it. It's like, I don't know what your issue is, you know, if you're trying to say to them, oh, I can do whatever I want, I can stare at you however long I want, I don't care how uncomfortable I make you, you know, that's just my free will, you know, what can you do about it? There's nothing you can realistically do about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's right, unfortunately, because think about how this shit ended. She took part of that conversation, and she said that to the fucking operator on the police line. She was like, yeah, he punched my friend on the face, and also, he said he has a weapon. Oh my god. That fucking bitch did not just say that. She did not just say that. She did not just claim that I fucking assaulted her when that was not true. I was the one being assaulted. I used reasonable the lightest amount of force I could possibly can to get her hands away from me so that she can probably move back because I was pushed as far back as I could. You know what I'm saying? No punch, nothing. Imagine someone's going crazy and literally there's nothing you can do. You're being assaulted, but you end up getting accused of assault. I did not want to approach anyone physically. I wanted to refrain from that. You forced me in a situation. If I didn't do anything, I might as well let you like fucking grab me up, and beat me up. And no one deserves that. Not man, not woman, nothing like that, man. I'm telling you. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. No one deserves that. So let me continue my story to the end. Long story short, she told them that I assaulted her friend, apparently, and I didn't. I was the one being assaulted. Remember that. I have to keep reminding you people, just to remember that I was the innocent one here. She was the one who was actually guilty, but they're claiming that I was the guilty one. The only thing I'm guilty of is actually just choosing to go up to them to speak about the issue I had to begin with. And there's nothing wrong with speaking about that issue. She said, yeah, I reported it to the police. Yeah, you have a weapon. You said something about having a weapon, so I told them that. Because like you said, we don't know if you have something, so we have to tell him that. And I was like, oh my god, you cannot be using what I said against me. I used that as like a precautionary warning when it comes to dealing with people in general. I never said that I had that. And I told them explicitly, I don't have anything. But they used that against me. Why? Because they weaponized the police. They wanted me to face punishment for even challenging them. They wanted to see, oh yeah, look, this is easy. He's a black man. We can get him in jail just like that. Just like that, we can get him in jail, even if he did nothing wrong. That's what they were thinking deep down in their heads. But the way they were talking, they were acting like they were the ones who were innocent in all this shit, and that was fucking completely wrong. What happens? Literally, I stand in my spot and I was like, okay, cool. What do? I can either go or I can try explain the situation, hoping that I don't get arrested. The second option, that was the dumbest idea ever. 1000% guaranteed you're going to be arrested. They don't need no evidence. Why? Because the moment they say the description, who are you? Yeah, he hurt my friend. Oh, okay, what's his description? He's black. They're like, yeah. He's got a weapon, and he punched my female friend, my white female friend. Game over. Game over. I never laid a fucking hand on her in that sense. I never punched, I never pushed, I never shoved. I tried to put her hands out to separate the hands. When she had it right up to my chest, her arms are fully extended. I was pushed all the way back, and like I said, I just tried to get the grip away so she can let go of me and start to move back after. Right? But next thing you know, I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna stay for a bit. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette to de-stress. It's like, you're wrong. You know deep down, like I said, I never hurt. And I just kept reiterating. I tried to speak to someone. Hey, look, you saw that, did you? Why? Because I was scared as hell. I've already had previous experiences. I was scared as hell. I already had previous experiences of being profiled, so I know how it's gonna go down. What happened? In the space of 2 minutes, you had 3 police officers, 3 police cars, right? With their sirens on, they drive straight into the area as if it was an emergency, as if someone got stabbed up. And there must have been at least 6 officers that came out. And what happened? I was like, okay, guys, let's talk about this. Let's have a conversation. We'll explain everything, okay? They're like, conversation, my ass. It's like, oh, we found him. When I had my hands up, they twisted me straight around, put me in cuffs straight away, and they're telling me, stop resisting. They're shouting that to me, and my hands are behind my back, and I'm limp. My arms are limp. I'm not moving my hands. I'm not moving my arms. But they're saying, stop resisting. I'm willing to talk. Cuff me if you want. Let's have a conversation. I shouldn't be in this position. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm the innocent man in this. I never laid a finger on her. She's the one who approached me. You can either stand down, listen to me, take a statement, instead of just cuffing me and wanting to send me to the station straight away. Take a statement from me while you're taking a statement from her first. Take your time. Write some shit down so that we can talk about this crap. Because did not go down the way you think it is. Just because someone goes on the phone and lies through their teeth, doesn't mean you have to fucking treat it as if I'm a murderer. But the way I had 6 officers, like, 2 of them went to speak to her, right? And the other 4 were on me. 2 of them were literally dealing with me, and there was another 2 on side, as if they want to speak to any witnesses in case, stuff like that. And I kept trying to explain to them, like, no, stop resisting, treating me like I was some scumbag, murderous, motherfucking criminal. And they arrested me under the suspicion of assault. They arrested me under the suspicion of assault. They went there. Yeah, they went there, man. They arrested me on the suspicion of assault. They went there. They went way too far. They should never have done that. That was wrong what they did. It was completely fucking wrong. It was fucked up. That that is a summary. That's a experience of, you know, that's the experience of racial profiling. As in, imagine, just imagine, just imagine if it was the other way around. If I called and I was a black male who called up to say that a white female had assaulted me and I thought that she had weapons, the police would have told me, get lost. Oh yeah, we'll deal with it later. Even if I said the exact same thing. It's it's not about what the crime is in itself. It's about who is being accused. It was sad they investigated me. I decided not to request for a lawyer. There's no need, you know. There's no need for something like that. Because if they were really going to take it to court, they needed some hardcore evidence. To arrest me initially is a little bit easier than it is to actually get conviction against me on this. But God knows the jury probably would have found me guilty even if I did plead not guilty. 1000% they would have. And I explained the whole situation from start to finish exactly the same way that I explained it to you right here. You know what I'm saying? I've explained it. And I was like, I only wish that I had my camera on. I wish I had my camera on so that you can actually see the whole thing go down itself. If you see the whole entire interaction, the whole video, you know what I'm saying, and you saw it, oh, that's the point when they started to say, let's call the police, and you realize that it didn't look like assault, they wouldn't have needed to arrest me, you know what I'm saying? Even with that fake ass, oh, he has a weapon. They did a search on me, they didn't find no weapons. Fuck me. Liars. They lied. I got arrested. They enjoyed their night. I had to wait several hours to be processed and find out the decision. Imagine how anxious I would have been. Imagine if they did take it to court. Somehow, some way it squeezed. Imagine I faced that kind of, racial profiling at the justice system stage, knowing damn well I can't accept it as guilty because I didn't commit it. Imagine I was fighting against it and then jurors obviously like, yeah, he's a scumbag. He's a bad person. He definitely did it. Because that's how court cases are decided. No matter what kind of evidence is put forward, a jury at the end of the day is the one who decides the verdict. It's crazy. So all I had to do was have an unfavorable jury. Like I said, who was involved, who was the accuser, and who was the supposed victim. Obviously, that shit works against me so hard. Like it did at the point when they fucking reported me to the police. And the way I was treated. Imagine being told to stop resisting when you're not. That's racism. That's racial profiling. And don't ever fucking tell me, because you never been through that kind of shit. It's fucked up. But I can imagine another white, dude being in a similar position. With that being said, I just don't think the response would have been as harsh. I don't think that they would have, cuffed him straight away. They would have had a conversation. Oh, hey, let's do it. Oh, okay, cool. You know what? We're going to have to place you under arrest and stuff. No, I didn't have any chance. I explained it. I didn't even have any chance. They just twisted my body, put the cuffs as tight as possible, gripped me, and accused me of resisting arrest. They probably wouldn't have done that to said individual. They would have had a conversation, because once they look at the injuries, it doesn't look serious. Didn't need any medical attention whatsoever, because there is no injuries. She did not get hurt. She did not get assaulted. Kids do worse to each other on fucking playgrounds when it comes to and I mean playing with each other. I don't mean like fighting each other, just like a little play where they're like, oh hey, accidentally bump into each other or something like, oh yeah, that's worse than what I did. Trying to sort of get her hands off me in a soft way, in a very limp way as well, because I don't want to hurt her. If I do, I knew everything. I told you I was already nervous. I still got arrested. I stayed in the cell for a very long time, and what happened several hours later, they released me, no further action. After my statement was given, and I think it helps the fact that there's no fucking visible injuries, there's no evidence, and I explained I didn't do the dumbest thing to do is to get a no comment interview. Maybe I could have taken the time to have a solicitor, but I was lucky enough to actually be able to have a good record again, to explain clearly on the tape what happened, and just begging. I really do beg And I also mentioned that if I was the one who reported it because she was the one who actually assaulted me, there would have been no response. And they acknowledged that stuff. Even if they didn't like it, they knew they're not going to fucking take this any further. Even if they wanted to get a fucking conviction on me just for the sake of it, they knew that they're wasting their time. And it's just one of your typical things that happens, you know. Nobody got hurt. That's the most important thing. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody. I was the one who was under threat of being hurt. I got arrested for it instead. It's injustice, bro. And that happened to date. That was nearly 4 years ago. Yeah, 2019 January, nearly 4 years ago. So no further action. I didn't get convicted. I didn't get charged or convicted for it. Rightfully so. I was an innocent man arrested for a crime I never committed, all because of an argument. Realistically, in retrospect, now that I look back on it, I just wished. It's sad. It sucks. That okay, you should just get up and leave. If someone is causing an issue and you had a chat with them and you can't resolve it, you should have just up and left and just really did your best. It's sad. Instead of people actually being nice enough to take what you said into consideration, they won't. And they would. Some crazy motherfucker, some crazy drunk liability is the one who actually caused all of this shit. Friends obviously have loyalty to them, and they clearly weren't really in the right minds. It's really sad, man. I learned a lot from them, and I'm a hell of a lot more careful. You know, like I said, if it's not worth it, I just walk away. I hope nobody ever has to go through that kind of shit ever in their lives. And normally, I'm quite a nice person. I know I was swearing a lot. The reason why I was swearing a lot in this case is because it really broke my heart. The way I was treated and stuff like that. The way I was treated like a fucking scumbag and a criminal. You know, an evil, dangerous person. And you know, a lot of that was probably just perceived down to how I look. Because the way I was talking was quite eloquent, very, you know, very much like I am now, to be honest. It's funny, it's crazy. Yet that isn't enough. That isn't enough. They still look at you like a degenerate, like a scumbag, bro, like a lowlife. That's not what I am. I'm more than that. I'm a human being too. I don't deserve to be treated like that. I don't deserve to be treated in a inhumane way after being quite respectful. When knowing damn well there's a lot of people in similar situations that wouldn't have ended up being treated like that. They wouldn't have had the police report to them. They wouldn't have been treated like that by the police themselves. They wouldn't have been treated by the people themselves like that. If they had a minor concern, their concerns might have been taken a little bit more serious. If I was like an older, maybe a white older gentleman or something like that, God knows, or a lady, God knows, who knows, or maybe these motherfuckers are quite crazy and nothing could have helped it. But yeah. Anyways, that's enough of my story time. That was the time that I got arrested being falsely accused of assault. It's true. And I'm not going to say stuff, I'm ashamed of it, or I'm not proud of it. There's nothing to not be proud of. I couldn't really avoid the situation apart from, as I said, leaving it altogether. What I did in that situation wasn't actually wrong. It wasn't bad. But like I said, going forward, because I know the risks now, even more than I did before, I'll just walk away. And even then, there's a lot of situations where if I walk away, if I move, I may still end up getting in trouble for something I didn't do, just on the suspicion of something, That's the truth, and that's the reality. Anyways, man, I really had fun. Like I said, we're probably going to try do some IRL literally now in the next hour. I'm going to upload this onto YouTube. Just for the last time, I'm going to show you motherfuckers my my Twitch and my YouTube, in case that you guys need to go on it. I think it may split into three different. Oh, here we go. I think it may split. Yeah, this is actually some real shit that I talked about, bro. It's real shit, man. It was hard to actually talk about this. Oh my god. No, that doesn't make any sense, bro. It definitely split into three. Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. Oh shit, okay. Cool. It's been streaming the whole time for another hour. It's still the 2 streams. That's legendary. But yeah, man. It's kind of sad. I'll be okay though. We'll have a lot of funny stories to talk about, man. But these are things that you learn from as you go older. You understand that some things you just got to be a bit more careful about in general, because you could end up getting in trouble for things that, again, said some dumb fucking shit. Like I said, I've the amount of worse shit that I've experienced in school. Do you know what I'm saying? The amount of times I've actually been physically assaulted in front and in the presence of teachers inside fucking classrooms, literally being punched straight in the face and shit like that. Nothing happened. Nobody got arrested, no charges pressed. But when someone attacks me, I can't be so much as allowed to even try to move their hands away so they can't hurt me. If I'm being pushed all the way back to the corner after trying to walk back and trying to avoid, I didn't run away, and maybe I should have ran instead of walk back slowly. I felt like I deserved to kind of stand my ground, but walk back instead of having to run away. And she still would have chased me to a certain degree, because of the way she was quite relentless and being angry, she was aggressive. But like I said, if I picked up the phone and tried to report that, Jesus Christ, I reckon if they did come, they'd still arrest me and they would have let her go and treat her like the victim. It's crazy. It's bad. It's fucking bad. Anyways, man, check out my socials. Donate to your boy. You know I'm going through some hard times these days anyway. So show a little bit of support. I'm gonna say hard times, sometimes hard to cope. Like Moises said on this stream earlier, mental health issues are really important. It's like you don't need to talk about a big streamer like Trainwreck's. Oh, Trainwreck's is doing this. Oh, big streamers, that's good. Even big streamers are talking about mental health issues and stuff like that. You don't need to talk about a big streamer for it to be an important issue. It doesn't matter who talks about it, if that person's unknown. Don't ever be ashamed of having to admit to having mental health issues, or struggles with stress, anxiety, depression. A lot of these are mainly affected. You don't just develop them on your own. A lot of people don't. A lot of these are developed in conjunction with a difficult life, challenges with life, to do with your upbringing, to do with your day-to-day stresses, anxiety and depression, or to do with financial worries. A lot of that kind of stuff. Traumatic experiences, a tough job, tough working schedule, difficult interactions. A lot of these things, they can play into damaging your mental health if not managed properly. Anyone can develop it, and so many people are dealing with mental health issues and they don't even know it, and they're the ones making fun of other people. Don't speak up and ask for some help. You don't need to look up to a big streamer like Trainwrecks to be talking about it, to actually think it's okay to talk about it. You can talk about it if you're not feeling okay. I'm telling you, it's very important, and I'm hoping that everybody, you all look after yourselves, man. I'm rooting for you. If you ever need to talk, drop by on any of my socials and ask me anything. Talk to me. I'll always reply. I'll do my best, but I'll reply to you. I'll see it, and just get me again if you don't. And I'm more than happy, man. It is what it is. We got to stick by each other, man. Another thing, your boy. It's your boy. YouTube links as well. So you got my Twitter, you got my Instagram, you got my TikTok as well. Go check out my TikToks. Here on this channel, you see on this top right, this is everything: Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and if you want to donate. Here's my most recent videos in a row. These are the past live streams. So anything I did live on YouTube. These are my popular videos, so all of the most popular videos that I've got. That doesn't include live streams that I've done on YouTube. But you can find all the videos on the video section. Playlists, we got live stream, Twitch streams, Sonic Heroes, and yeah, that evil woman that I don't ever talk about anymore. So yeah, man, it's been really fun. As you can see, our channel, we're not really growing much, but we're still getting some views here and there. I love you all, I really do. Look after yourself, enjoy your weekend, and take good care of yourself. Life is short. Life is short. So we don't know how long left we have on this world. I'm wishing you all the best. And we're going to be back on. We're going to do some IRL. We're going to do the stream on our phone. We probably might not have an overlay for chat, but just know I'm going to be able to see all your chats. Just like we don't really have an overlay now. We're going to sort that out later on. And yeah, we're going to be live IRL, and then later on in the day, once I get some rest and sort a few things out, we're going to go back on the desktop. I'm going to do some even more fun things. This time we're not just going to do your typical, we're just going to get on React. We're going to do some challenges. We're going to test ourselves. We're going to talk about other people's stuff. We're going to talk with other people as well. We might even do some more debates. Like I said, we might talk to a few other communities, reach out and see what kind of fun we get up to. But in the meantime, God, much love. Love you all. Take care. Sorry, I almost did. Yeah, you know I almost did. Oh yeah. I'm nasty. I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking about that all night long. Hence why it will be perfect if I get a nice special call and text, if you know what I mean. Take good care and peace out, homies. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see if I can raid someone. Jeez. I wonder if my YouTube account is even large enough to do it. Yeah, I guess Japandi won't be the worst person to raid. As long as they allow me to raid Japandi, then I'll be happy. I hope it worked.
What the fuck? Keep that shit away from me. Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
This is funny.
Oh. Yowza.
Yes.
Ronaldo.
Raid.
Whoa. Wait, so what was the bet? That she was gonna eat it or not? The whole thing or not? What did you guys... was a prediction, right? What? Did you guys lose or win points?
Now.
Wait, is that soy beans, right? Soybeans.
I raided.
Oh, yeah.
Good soybeans.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hey bro.
Vegan.
I'm copying American, typical American my image. Hey
Yeah.
bro. What's up bro? Hey dude.
Don't do that ever again.
Why?
Oh my god.
That's American, no?
Oh no.
That's your friend?
Oh no. Oh no.
I always do that. Imitating American. And then they say, yeah, oh good.
You like that?
Thank you, very good.
So I call you Tanuki, bro?
Yeah.
Yo.
Bro Nuki.
Yeah.
Alright, bro.
Bro Nuki sounds really wrong.
Bro Nuki.
Because Nuki in Japanese is like,
Really?
yeah, masturbate.
Yeah, that's you, Bro
is
Nuki.
masturbate.
You do that a lot, right? Bro Nuki.
No, recently, because recently I'm very busy working on a new project.
Ah, that's good.
We raided Japan.
Bro Nuki. Really? That's the word for it? Nuki Nuki?
Nuku.